Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Risky Business. And this movie stars Tom Cruise, and it came out in 1983, and I believe this was Tom Cruise's breakout role, like the film that put him on the map. I'll say this much, he was good. He was the best part of the movie, and I liked his character. I think his character was well defined, and the main girl that shows up half an hour into the movie, when she showed up, that's where I started to like the movie. There were some scenes that I did enjoy, like when a certain plot point happens involving a car. I enjoyed that. That was funny. There are little bits of scenes like that sprinkled throughout the film that I did enjoy. However, the core of the movie I couldn't get behind. It was just nothing special, not for me. And the first 30 minutes I find to be quite a bit of a drag because there's no plot at all. It's just me watching characters. Like, mostly, I don't like any of the characters except Tom Cruise. But all the side characters I kind of hated. I just wanted them to leave the screen. I found them to be absolutely annoying and irritating, and I wanted them to die. And once the main girl showed up, that's where I started to like the movie, because at the very least, there was a plot going on. Whereas the first 30 minutes, no plot whatsoever. And now we have a plot, and I have something to attach onto. But sadly, I was not impressed with the rest of the movie, even though it did get better once we got past that first 30 minutes. I just wasn't a big fan of the tone. I wasn't a fan of the music choices. It just wasn't for me. I didn't care for them. I don't know what to say. And the pacing was really slow. It's only an hour and a half, and it feels longer than that. It feels like 2 hours, to me at least. And the way the movie's shot, it wasn't like impressive except for a few shots that I kind of liked. Like, there was a chase scene in this movie, and there was nothing impressive in terms of how it was shot. Too many close-ups on characters, and it just felt very stale to me. There was also not really any sense of time throughout most of the movie. Like, you do get that towards the end, but for most of the movie, like, you're supposed to know, okay, Tom Cruise's parents, they're going to be back from their trip, and there are crazy things going on, and eventually you would imagine he would have to clean a lot of this up. But you don't really get any sense of urgency until like the last 20 minutes of the movie. And that I just found to be really odd, because I felt as though that was going to be something really important throughout the entire film. But it's kind of just, oh, this is something that should happen in the movie, maybe. And so they just threw it in there, and here we are. I wasn't a big fan of the romance scenes. I found them to be kind of dull, and I didn't buy the chemistry between our two main leads. And I also wrote down in my notes kind of a major plot point. There's an egg, like a glass egg, that's very integral to the plot, and that's the reason things get going. And I was wondering, is that thing just going to be forgotten about throughout most of the movie, and they'll just remember about it? And sure enough, that's the case. They forgot about it for most of it, and eventually it does show up again. I wasn't really a fan of the villain of the movie, who owned the girls, I guess, and were trying to get away from him. He was annoying and just not intimidating in the slightest. Like, throughout the entire movie, I was like, why are you trying to be in control? He's just trying to be bossy for no reason, and yeah, there are characters like that, and they're just so stupid and annoying, and I hated them. Because they just dragged down the pacing, honestly. Like, they don't need to be in the movie. I don't understand why they're there. Maybe it's to add comedy? I don't know. I just can't get behind it. And that's about all I have to say about Risky Business. It was fine. I have a ton of issues with it, but the movie wasn't, like, terrible or incompetent. It was just something that I don't connect with, and I just have to justify why I don't connect with the movie, and that's why I have so many negatives with this movie. It's just me justifying why I don't like it. Not because I think it's bad, it's just fine to me. If you like it, I'm glad you enjoy it. It's just not for me. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Risky Business a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Risky Business, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Beach, directed by Danny Boyle, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.